Top 5 musicians who hated Prince. Prince is often celebrated as one of music history's most innovative and gifted artists, known for his unparalleled musical genius. Over his illustrious career, he displayed exceptional talent as a singer, songwriter, dancer, guitarist, and producer. Prince earned his status as a rock legend for good reason. His commitment to his stage persona, alongside his extraordinary musical prowess, made him a unique figure in music history. His tremendous skill garnered him immense fame, coupled with an aura of mystery. He began his recording journey with funk and soul music targeted at a black audience. Prince's early work bore the marks of disco influence. As he evolved as an artist, he embraced diverse genres like jazz, punk, heavy metal, the Beatles, and hip-hop, seamlessly blending vibrant rhythms with soulful ballads that often highlighted his remarkable falsetto. His breakthrough hit, Little Red Corvette, 1983, marked his first major crossover success, with its music video becoming one of the few by a black artist to be featured on MTV at the time. However, his sexually explicit lyrics and performances led to significant controversy. His 1984 album, Purple Rain, further cemented his status as one of the 1980s biggest stars and remains his best-selling album. Nevertheless, Prince's career was also fraught with conflicts and rivalries, resulting in a number of animosities. This aspect contributed to the tragic narrative surrounding the iconic musician. Here are 5 musicians who hated Prince the most. Keith Richards. At the start of his career, Prince was selected to open for the Rolling Stones, but their fans were unprepared for his bold, androgynous style, which shocked many. Keith Richards was particularly harsh in his assessment, labeling Prince an overrated midget who had not earned the title Prince. Richards believed Prince failed to connect with the audience and acted arrogantly as an opening act, stating, "You never outshine the headliner, especially with a Stones crowd. He's a Prince who thinks he's already a king." Richards' criticism didn't stop there. He felt Prince's music lacked substance, likening him to the Monks and suggesting he prioritized style over depth. While he acknowledged Prince's energy, he found little meaningful content in his work. Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons has been vocal about the disparity in how he views the deaths of musical icons. Following Prince's tragic passing in 2016, Simmons harshly criticized him, claiming that Prince had effectively killed himself through substance abuse, saying, "How pathetic he killed himself." In addition to his contentious comments about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Simmons did not hesitate to express his beliefs on Prince, asserting that his death was a choice. Despite his severe comments, Simmons acknowledged Prince's artistry, stating, "He was far ahead of everyone else. I believed he left Michael Jackson in the dust." Nonetheless, he reiterated his disappointment, saying, "It's pathetic that he killed himself. Slowly, sure, but that's what drugs and alcohol do. It's a slow death. His drugs killed him. What, do you think he died of a cold?" Rick James. Rick James was a multifaceted artist, both distinctly talented and deeply troubled. When Prince emerged on the music scene as a rising star, James saw him as a threat to his own status. Tensions escalated in 1980 when James invited Prince to open for him on his Fire It Up tour. James expected Prince to play a secondary role, but it didn't unfold that way. Their rivalry quickly intensified, with both artists reportedly trying to sabotage each other's performances. According to Bootsy Collins in The Sound and Fury of Rick James, they were on the verge of physical confrontation. This animosity extended beyond their shows, with R&B singer Tina Marie revealing that James had even taken Prince's synthesizers for his own use. James later expressed his frustration in Rolling Stone, dismissing Prince's talent, saying, "He's a mentally disturbed young man. He's out to lunch. You can't take his music seriously." In 1983, James criticized Prince again, zeroing in on his race and image. In an interview with Blues and Soul, he remarked, "He doesn't want to be black. My job is to keep reality over this little science fiction creep. And if he doesn't like what I'm saying, he can kiss my ass." Michael Jackson. During the 1980s, Michael Jackson and Prince were the leading black male figures in pop music, each revolutionizing the genre while achieving both commercial success and artistic innovation. In his autobiography Moonwalker, Jackson expressed his annoyance at the constant comparisons to Prince, stating, "I don't like being compared to Prince at all. I've proven myself since I was very young. He thinks of me as a rival. I hope he changes because he's going to get hurt." Both artists attended a James Brown performance in 1983, where Brown invited them to perform on stage. Jackson took the stage first and showcased his well-known style, followed by Prince, who attempted to emulate Brown but ended up in a chaotic and embarrassing performance according to Jackson. He reflected, "It was a joke. People were running and screaming. I was so embarrassed. It was all caught on video." This was their one and only joint appearance on stage, and their rivalry continued throughout their careers, with Jackson indicating that he viewed Prince's competitive nature as possibly harmful to himself. Trent Reznor. For Trent Reznor, frontman of 9 Inch Nails, his disillusionment with Prince stemmed from the adage, "Never meet your heroes." Excited by Prince's interest in his music sounding like broken, Reznor booked a studio nearby in 1994, but his enthusiasm quickly diminished upon Prince's arrival. Reznor recounted to Select magazine, "I used to think Prince was amazing, but what a creep. There were all these rules. You couldn't say Prince, you had to use that symbol. You weren't allowed to look at him or speak to him unless he spoke to you first." Ridiculous stuff like that. He detailed how Prince arrived in a flashy outfit and extravagant accessories, creating an overwhelming presence. Their only interaction was a snub in a hallway. Reznor concluded, "I don't care who you are, that's just bullshit," and his earlier admiration for Prince waned after that meeting. What are your thoughts? Was Prince too challenging to collaborate with, or was he merely misunderstood? Share your opinions in the comments below.